Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Great Awakening Generator. I am Rose McNair, and
good morning, everyone. My name is Claudia. Welcome.
well, so I want to say thank you for joining us again, and thank you to all of you that watched last week's video. That was our first try, and in some ways we were kind of flying blind, but we loved doing it. Did you love doing it, Claudia?
I very much did.
Okay.
And I feel it's an opportunity for us to actually do what was channeled last week, which is to play. So we're going to play some more today.
Yes, and we are inviting all of you to come onto the playground with us because hey, you never know what you're going to find there, and it's going to be wonderful. So what is our topic for today, Claudia?
We're going to talk about abundance, and as a collective and on an individual level, we're going to be talking about two of the most important blocks that may be standing in our way, and we're going to try and clear them. So watch this space.
Yeah, absolutely. So I felt this was when we talked about it, and I felt that this was kind of the way we should go, because some things that are happening, even in, and I'm going to put myself out there a little bit, because I've had the last, say, 3 years where lack of clients, lack of work, because I'm a general accountant and a training consultant, and also lack of work, but also lack of good relations that are offering work, amiable clients. And quite often contracts have been signed, and then agreements have been made. We understand the conditions of it, and then we walk down the pathway, and then things are changing on the other side that are totally coming to the forefront of, like, okay, so what's your core telling you? What is your gut telling you? Should you put up with something that is not legitimate? You're being asked to do something that is not exactly the way it should go, and it's not the terms of the contract. And so I remember saying to you something like this, and you thought about it, and intuitively you said, oh, sounds like a lot of us have signed or taken a vow of poverty, or we've taken a vow of suffering. And as soon as you said suffering, I thought, in my head, it popped long suffering. Those were the words that popped into my head. And you were saying to me, I'll work on this, Rose, and see how, just go inward and see how that works. But I felt that in my time of going inward, I suddenly realized actually, this is probably true of many people going through this right now, because the veil is thin and everything's coming to the forefront. So that's what made me, whilst I was doing some of my own personal work in the last week, I felt this is probably something we do need to work on. It's current. It's many people are going through this. And so thank you for agreeing on that, or tuning in and saying, well, okay, yeah, this is probably something we should do.
Yes. So what you've just said, I believe vows that we have made in past lives still carry so much power over our current incarnation, because they have become part of our divine soul blueprint in a form, so that part of our vibration. So if we look at what we're attracting, it's what we're putting out. So if we have made a vow of poverty, of course we're going to attract poverty, because we've promised never to be abundant.
Yes.
And that is exactly how it expresses. So we'll always have just enough to survive, but we're never going to have more that would allow us to extend ourselves in a lot of different ways and just take that financial pressure off.
Yeah. So for me, that was quite profound, because I've gone through this now in the last 3 years, but I also have had many bouts of it in the past. Like I don't seem to be able to go with an ease and flow, ease and flow, ease and flow. And what I need in terms of abundance is ease and flow. But it's not just about money, right? It's about relationships. It's about it's about mindset, because the currency of this planet, or the form of exchange of this planet, is money. And money leads to comfort of many other things. And if you do not have that, then you're having to sacrifice in a lot of ways. And the sacrificial feeling can be quite a suffering feeling, you know? So so I guess, we all have our contracts, and so there we are. We're doing what we're doing. But I just felt it was necessary. And I'm hearing from other people that are really evolved, and that call themselves star seeds, etc., are going through a lot of these long suffering poverty issues, whether they be money, whether they be relationships, whether they be health. It's happening. So perhaps, yeah, I think it felt right to be able, not right, but it felt in tune to be able to say, hey, you know what, let's do that. Let's focus on that and give something out to the collective in terms of that. Not something, give the session, because something almost feels like you're not giving all. We are giving all of it here. That we need to.
I like that you mentioned making sacrifices, because that is another big vow that people have made.
Yeah.
So we would always be okay with less, in a way. So we would always, in order to get something, we feel we have to give something. We cannot accept that we can have it all and then have a guilt-free conscience that comes with the vow. So there's always, we're accepting things that are not perfect in our lives.
Yeah.
May that be a leaky tap, may that be the car's not running properly. We're accepting it rather than saying, hey, why is that always happening?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that is the sacrifice. And the vow of suffering, I think, is probably the worst of all, because we suffer on multiple levels. Mostly it expresses itself in that everything is so difficult in our lives. Chronic health issues, pain throughout the whole body. That is how vow of suffering expresses itself, because we promised to suffer, didn't we?
Yes. Yes.
So it's time to stop all of these negative restrictions that are still showing up and that are really hindering us to step into our divinity and to do what we've come here to do as starseeds. We've all got our own little mission that we're on, but we can't really do that unless we remove some big blocks. And those three, I would say, they've come up today, so let's get rid of them.
Ease and comfort, because
Yeah.
I just want to come back to this thing very quickly, because we don't want to be talking too long. We want to be doing the action steps that we mean to be doing. When you mentioned, like, for example, the car's broken, and I'm saying this to anyone who's watching and listening, because I want us to think about this, to look around us and think about this. So if the car's broken, something's not quite right with the car, the door jams, I look in the cupboard and there's a few chipped saucers, for example. You're seeing all this accumulation of blocks, because I feel like soon as I think of that, I feel blocks within that space. And so remember, those are the things that it's less than perfect, isn't it? Not that we want everything to be perfect, but the car not going well, or for example, an expired registration on the car that hasn't been paid, or whatever. These are hindrances, because in our mind, it's going against the grain of the mind, of the thought patterns of how life should be in stasis. Is that the best way? I'm not sure if that's the right word. How life should be in balance. Like everything should be, the door should close easily. The saucer should not be chipped. The car should have its
shouldn't
current
waste your time on any of those things. Sorry to interrupt. I think
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying, so when it feels like that, you know that, okay, there's blocks in there, and that doesn't feel comfortable. That is part of the suffering, is what I'm trying to say, that there's underlying things that actually start to happen, and it suddenly all feels overwhelming and too difficult.
Yeah.
So, right, we are going to do some breathing, because we spoke about some heavy stuff there.
Yeah, we did.
So, Claudia, before I start the breathing process and going into the language, is there anything else you want to say before I go to this?
I think what we've talked about beforehand, this subject is quite big, so we will talk about that again next week, because we're starting on the healing process today with Rose, with your beautiful light language. I will involve the Arcturians today. That's what I've been guided today to do. But I also feel there's going to be more. It's a process. We're not going to get rid of it in 1 week, are we? So, but what we've also talked about is what I really love is to get some kind of communication, some kind of feedback. Where are you suffering? Where the viewers? Where are you feeling there's never enough? Where is your abundance not quite flowing? If you can just pop us a message so we can respond to that, and next week delve deeper into your responses and look at it from a different angle that may be coming up as a pattern from the
Yeah.
responses that are coming.
Yeah. And also, like, if you want something in particular that
Yeah.
you feel like you want us to talk about, to focus on with the language, because I can assure you the language transforms and transmutes many things, not just one thing. And why I say many things, many people will listen to the language and they will hear different things. Each person will hear different things, that which is in tune for them, right? Now, what I want to say about it is, so you said everything you need to say, Claudia?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to welcome you, Arcturians, this morning. I am welcoming you, Arcturians. Thank you for your time. Yeah, when I think about Arcturians, this is what I do. I love them so much. So that's good. Perhaps that's how they make me. Okay, everyone, we're going to do our language now. I'm inviting you to breathe, 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 breathe. In through the nose, down to the bottom of the belly. Push the belly out and then bring it in and bring the breath up to the torso. Pause and then count from 1 to 4. And let the breath out. Soko faramatio ae Korama ke share kate foha Korama hia Tere tere toro safandai Korama kota fana kura ke tatapai Tokoro china kera chomora maise maise ro futukuto fai. satamato kasea do 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 rata ni safaiti aite do Santum Aisekera totamai kerana safai tai karomaha. Ukara tatapaina. Teskarandu bosh takerigero tafana tututu tamara kenhanakarutoya. Irabato tafana kiri tate dodan tiekuru ta efte teko ta aiketam utkat keke mutkat kenana tutu pa inja hetofa. Deskataon ta etete onakasamako ta erototo faite onakasate topohahe. Decretota, decretota. Kaskona mahi, tata, tokaranana. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Yes.
Would now like to take over, and this week I'd like you all to engage in the channeling as much as you can and send us your feedback, please. What are you feeling in your bodies? What are you hearing, seeing, knowing, thoughts popping into your mind while we're doing this? And we'll respond next week. So again, I'd like to invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And what I'd like to do is connect us all with the crystalline core of Mother Earth, as well as Divine Source, so that we can become a clear channel, each of us. So please envision that you're reaching out to Mother Earth. Grow roots down the soles of your feet, all the way into the core of Mother Earth, where she welcomes you and sends you her loving warmth back up to you, which you can receive, flows back to you through your Earth Star chakra, back in through the soles of your feet, all the way through your body, warming you from within. Envision it flowing all through your body, all the way to your head, coming out through your crown chakra. And now you're reaching out through your soul star chakra and all your upper chakras to the source energy, divine light, which welcomes you and sends down its light all the way through your upper chakras, your soul star chakra, back into your crown, filling your body with pure divine light, surrounding your body and mixing with Earth's warm energy. Envisage it flowing through you, through your spine, through all your chakras, that you become that clear channel between Mother Gaia and source energy, divine light. Now I'm asking the Arcturian representative who has promised to come today to give us messages and healing that no longer anything stands in our way of abundance in any of our areas of our lives. May that be financial, may that be relationships, may it be our health or our circumstances. Thank you. When I think of the Arcturians, I see blue. I see a blue light. Maybe you can see it now, or you can feel the energy, which is slightly cooler than ours. I'm freezing actually. Rose and I have both been drawn independent from each other to bring our lapis lazuli crystals today to help us in this activation and healing. So please just be very comfortable and let this process happen and absorb the healing energy that is coming through to you. I can feel healing energy around my heart chakra. I will, send it out to all of you and reflect it. I'm going to have to say this, even though I wasn't going to. The representative from the Arcturians today is Commander Ashtar. Maybe you can see him. He is actually one of my outer spirit guides. helping me with his wisdom to step more into my personal power. I can feel a lot of light coming, a lot of healing for all of us. At the level of all of our cells, that it can be integrated into our third dimensional reality. Taking away the pain, the suffering, the compromises, the barely having enough feeling. Dare I say, the barely being enough feeling. Look at your inner sun, your inner strength, what you have to give. Let this be your guiding light instead of your circumstances. Look within, where you can feel the warmth, the rightness, the feeling of rightness, of ease and light. Let that be your guidance. In order to do so, you need to step out of your third dimensional struggles. Even your fourth dimensional egoic struggles. Look deep within, see the light, and bring it out to this world. Shine your bright light. Show what you're made of. Show your strength, your true core of your soul. Let your light shine, and you will attract more abundance in all areas of your life. Be true to yourself. Don't hide. Don't hide your greatness. You all have it. Be brave and show your light. If those around you don't appreciate it, find the people that appreciate it. Those who are on the same wavelength as you are, a similar vibration. And you'll be able to grow even more exponentially. Feel my love and support. Feel my wisdom coming through. You all have your guidance system. Tap into it. Tap into the higher powers that are always around you, that are having your back, that are cheering you on, waiting for you to come out of your shell, waiting for you to shed everything that's holding you down and back from being the divine creator that you are. Work on this week. Reveal your light. See what you're great at. What is the easiest is what you're great at. Enjoy the ease. Don't feel you have to suffer. Don't feel it has to be hard, because it hasn't. That is a third dimensional concept. If it's easy, it's the right way to go. Change your thinking around only suffering shows that you're making a great effort, because it doesn't. It just takes away your energy and guides it towards problems, to create more problems. Believe in the easy path. Find the easy path this week. Do 3 things that are really easy and watch what happens. Are you going to meet new people? Are all of a sudden things easing up in other areas of your life? Keep your eyes and all your senses open to detect what is changing for you this week. Play an active role in observing, but also in changing how you perceive the world. Take your first little steps to come out of poverty, sacrifice, and suffering by doing the opposite, meaning treat yourself, even if it's a tiny little thing. Treat yourself. Fix that leaky tap. You don't have to make compromises like that. And against the suffering, allow yourself to find the easy way. Allow yourself to not suffer and not feel that that's what you have to do to achieve things. Involve your physical body in this process, like what we talked about last week. Consult your gut, and that will be your guidance system on a very physical level. If you have chronic health conditions and can't eat certain things, reconfirm with your body. Is it happy to eat a little bit of it? Or rather something different? And what may that be? Which gives you the feeling of being in power, rather than, oh, I can't do this, can't do that. That is not the approach to stand in your power. Take on the leading role in your health, in your finances, in your relationships. Find the easy way. That is the way where new options open up to you. I feel there's more healing energy coming through and an upgrade for all of us, so that the clearing can embed in our physical bodies. Take a deep breath and just absorb the healing energy that is coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May this healing and clearing work continue over the next few days in our hours of sleep, where it doesn't interrupt our day to day. That the changes can gently integrate into our physical bodies and our physical existence. Thank you very much, Commander Ashtar, and all the healing that has come through, all the other light beings that have assisted us this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, Claudia. Wow. I have to do something else now that I've got whilst the channeling was going on, and I just want to say to everyone, I felt a lot of when the Arcturians are around us, or in fact, when I'll talk about me, I find that stuff happens on my face. I feel movements here, like today specifically, I had a movement around just under my right eye, and they were probably doing some healing that I might have needed there. And then ever since I started doing meditations with them, I always have the weird, my lips seem to move, the nerves. I might tell myself it's a nerve problem, but I've noticed that my lips move differently. And I could, today, normally it's on the right side, but today it was on the left side.
Mm.
So I want to, whilst Claudia was doing the channeling, I got to leave this with you. And I want to invoke Helioah. Helioah is the Arcturian, one of the Arcturians, and she represents the divine feminine. Now it's very interesting because Commander Ashtar was here and is here. But I'm also seeing in my mind's eye, there's a lot of Arcturians around here. Even the ship is close to us. And I mean, the ship, for those of you that know any of this, the Starship Athena is in the Jupiter corridor. Well, I don't know. I haven't done any recent meditations with them. They could have moved closer. They could have whatever. I haven't caught up with them recently. But I'm asked to invoke Helioah with the language. And I'm going to try it. I haven't done this toning of Helioah in a long time, but I'm going to do it. And let's see what comes out. upon Helioah this week. She's your divine feminine energy. She's your Arcturian guide that will bless you, that will heal you, that will bring you love and joy, that will give you the answers on how to navigate your life, how to bring in your abundance. She is a fruitful mother. She is a fruitful, divine feminine energy. The divine feminine is always fruitful. But remember, today the topic was abundance. And so bring in your fruitfulness through Helioah. Helioah, Helioah, Helioah. Thank you, Arcturians. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Rose. Beautiful.
Thank you. I hope the sound was right through that, was okay through that, because I just kept hearing to invoke Helioah. And
Nice.
she's here and they are here. I want to reiterate that the Arcturians will help us through many things. They come to us for various reasons and they work with us. The group I was working with was about healing the planet, but you as an individual, ask them what it is that they want you to work with them on, or what they want to work with you on. Because for me, it was very much about healing children and healing animals, because we have had a lot of controversy around that. And so my heart was feeling very strong about that. And they are working with me on doing that. So
beautiful.
Thank you, everyone. So before we go,
Thank you.
we want to say, please, we do welcome you coming back and sending us some questions. I feel like this was very Arcturian focused today, and they want to work with us on this. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they want to work with us on this. These are the guides that have come to help us through this process. And we are invoking them through us, and through this transmission, through this session, you get to experience them. Okay. Wow. It was beautiful. I love it. I love it. Love all of you. Sorry. The Arcturians always make me feel very loving. I mean, I'm always very loving most of the time. My dog will tell you sometimes I'm not, but I love the Arcturians. Oh. And sorry, sometimes I just do break out into light language.
Nice.
And it just happens because it's such a part of my life. So,
beautiful. I really enjoyed today, and I'm looking forward to your comments and questions and whatever else is coming our way. Looking forward to next week. See if we can continue with creating more abundance in our lives.
Absolutely.
Thank
you so much, everyone. Thank you. Catch you next time. Namaste.
Ka kite. Thank you.
Thank you.